Hey everybody, it's GeoBug, finally back with another video. It's our last video here on Autocraft Season 5. First and foremost, huge apology for the lack of streams and videos over the last couple of months. Life has gotten in the way quite suddenly, and I just had to prioritize things like my family and other things over videos and stuff. But we are back with at least one more video here on Season 5. We'll turn this into a tour and explain some things on the way. But first off, here we have Shantytown. We're on top of the lighthouse. We've already looked at all of this before, but just another quick glance. We've got all of our buildings. Maranther has really put in some stuff. A few new things probably since the last time we made a video. But this is the main thing. This is our pirate ship. We had a whole thing planned with some lore and everything. We were going to sail this ship onto new seas and begin our mega base, which had some lore behind it. We'll explain when we get there. But yeah, this is our pirate ship, the Withering Hull. As you can see, it's full of wither skulls that we've obtained over the course of the year. And if we jump on, we got some good detail in here. I'm very proud of this ship. All done by hand. Didn't take this from anybody. Of course, we have our pirate sail. Inside, we have a nice room with a hammock and a desk. Nice compass there. And yeah, so it's nice in there. Downstairs, we have a room and some extra storage, and then a bathroom with some toilet paper, because you need toilet paper in a bathroom. I'm very proud of this, so I have to show it off. Nothing major. Nice little sloop for sailing the high seas. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. Now, we do have this in another location off in the seas. I'm not going to go there, but on that ship, actually, because it was supposed to be for some recording, we have a bit of a crew. We took some pillagers and we made them run out of arrows, and then we added them to the crew. So if you play on the world download, which should be available very soon, you can go find that for yourself. I'll give you a hint. If this is north, if we're looking north from the ship, it is north east. It's northeast of here, of Shantytown. You'll find it out there in the water, close to a monument, I think. But without further ado, let's go take a look at, actually really quick, before we go to the mega base, we'll fly over and take a look at our shops, because I genuinely don't remember if we showed off our shops in the last video, but we might as well take a look. We had added the two other color frogs, so we had our Froglight Arcade, and then we have the Calcite Frog, where we sell our calcite. Of course, our Trident shop, which I'm pretty sure we showed off in a video. As you can see, the shopping district really came along over the season. We have a lot of great shops, but here we have our Totem shop, which we turned into the Green Frog. There we go, Hoppa Totem. Instead of Papa Totem, it's Hoppa Totem. A little frog face and a totem and horn. And I think it just looks really nice. We've got all kinds of cool stuff in there. And then, did we have any more shops? I think that was the last few shops we built. So let's go ahead and head to the Nether. We also built this amazing area, the bus to the Nether with a bus stop. We have our nice map here. And I think I showed this stuff off. I genuinely don't remember. It's been so long since I made a video, or I haven't even really been on the server too much, to be honest. But here's the other side of that bus stop, and our Nether bus that goes into the overworld. A bit of a flight here. We have these lines everywhere that kind of show you the way to where you need to go, with some signs and things like that. This is the Pirate Cove line. You can tell it's Pirate Cove because we have a gigantic barrel. I thought that would be a nice addition to the portal. Once we go into the portal, we will end up on this ship. So here we are inside of a ship surrounding the portal, just to give it some nice decoration. We've got a bunch of storage and gold. There's nothing behind it, just kind of a facade, but I thought that looked nice. You know, it's like this nice storage in here. Now, before we step out, you're going to notice a lot of stuff is empty. Why is it empty, you ask? Well, let's fly up and get kind of an overview. Right up here is a nice spot. So originally, the idea we had was lore driven. We would set off for the high seas, and we would stumble upon this cove. Actually, we would shipwreck into this cove was the general idea. And this ship right here, this half a ship, was inspired by Ponce de Leon's ship in Pirates of the Caribbean 4 with the Fountain of Youth. And the idea was that it was all broken down. You can kind of see it up here with the growth and the cobwebs, and a lot of the floorboards were broken and stuff. I designed it that way. And the idea being that we would find a notebook that's from a former ship's captain saying that he was trying to find the perfect place to make a pirate haven and washed up here. And though it was the perfect place, he was dying. So he left a notebook saying, if you find this, please turn this into a pirate haven. That was kind of the whole idea. So when we look over here, you're going to notice a lot of this looks new. You know, it looks fresh and new. It doesn't look broken down. And that's the point, because we were supposed to be creating a new pirate cove, a new pirate haven. So things would start to look newer, at least over here. Over here was supposed to be a lot of like things built kind of, I wanted them to be kind of out of shipwrecks and to look a little more broken up. That's why you've got kind of the boardwalk in and out that goes up to the ship itself and kind of down, and then comes over here and attaches to the town. We were going to build a town here. Now, as you can see, we got started. We have some nice cranes, which I think turned out really well. We've got, of course, like the docking area. We do have a ship out there. Again, handcrafted on that. Didn't look at too many pictures, just kind of tried to wing it. And I honestly, I think it turned out really well, but it's just kind of more there in the cove. We wanted a lot more ships. We wanted so much more in this area. But we just didn't have the time. Like I said, had to kind of prioritize life. So I apologize, but here we have, that is an auto sorter. I honestly haven't tested it to see if it works, but it should work. You can come over here, and it's supposed to be like a storage warehouse. So you come into the nice storage warehouse, you put your things in there, and they should auto sort to however you want to set it up. So if you jump into the world download, you can have that for yourself. This just kind of goes over to the beach area. Again, a lot of unfinished projects, but it does head over to the beach where we also have, I started to make kind of a stony area, didn't get to finish. All of this beach, this was stone covered up with sand, and then you can see right here where their edge is where we actually added a beach. So this was actually all water up into the wall. This was a nice wall here, so we actually just kind of came in, covered it in sand, and made an artificial beach. The same over here. Now this one we finished out down all the way down, but this is an artificial beach. This was not here. This was all the way straight to a sheer cliff, and we came in, tried to get some plants and trees in here, and got a little bit done, not a lot, but yep. So you have a custom beach here. Over here we did get, we have a little lookout. Wanted to do more with that, didn't get a chance. We do have a blacksmith's here. Inside we have a little blacksmith, and I wanted it to use, I did that here because I wanted to use the natural lava for the blacksmith right there. So that's why that's like that. Nothing in the item frames. Honestly, I think I just kind of forgot to get to that, but it is what it is. And then here you have kind of a little training ground or testing area. You can kind of battle or test your swords or bow and arrows kind of thing. And I thought that looked really nice. Over here, again, inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean, the kind of witch. Oh, we should probably sleep. I don't think I have a bed on me, though. Okay. Anyway, over here, kind of inspired by the witch, Calypso. I don't remember her other name, but Calypso in Pirates of the Caribbean. When they first meet her, they sail into like kind of a grotto or like a swampy grotto kind of thing. So that's the inspiration for this. We just kind of carved out an area inside this mountain here and made like a little witch's hut, and just kind of decorated it with dark and dank blocks, and got a little cauldron, like a nice crystal, and yeah, just kind of witched it up a bit. I think it looks really nice. I'm very proud of that. I spent a lot of time doing that and getting it on like Matica and carving out the blocks, and it was a whole process. So you do have that here with the little boardwalk Make sure you light it up if you come through, though. I obviously did not. And we can take a look at the ship, too. So, not the most detailed thing, but it is a nice large ship. Spent a lot of time on this. Little bit of detail in here. Nothing crazy. Nothing on the shelves, but you got some nice bookshelves, a bed, a nice desk. And I am obsessed with stained glass windows, so we have to put them in every ship. And you got some nice ones above the captain's quarters, too. If you go downstairs, there is nothing. It is lit up, though. There's nothing down here. So again, very plain. Just simply ran out of time, and I'm so sorry for that, guys. We did have our last stream weekend, and we can take a look at what we've done on the stream weekend, which is we cleaned up the ship here. This did have a bunch of holes in it, cobwebs and everything. We cleaned all that up, patched the holes, patched the stairs, put some lights in. We'll take a look at what's in the captain's quarters in a moment, but we put this little staircase in here, kind of carved in. Here we have, which, you know what? I think he's gone now. We did have a little ocelot. That's what it's called. We had an ocelot in here named Jaguar, and I've had him in here the whole time, but I rescued him, and we called him Jaguar because we named him that after Tarzan, after the Jaguar and Tarzan. But here we've just made like a tavern. That was the whole point. We were going to turn this into a nice like pirate tavern, and we were going to sell like piratey drinks and have doubloons, and we had a whole bunch of stuff planned, and I'm so disappointed we didn't get to it. But yeah, this is what we worked on over the stream weekend. We just kind of made the tavern, and we got to go back up, and to finish things off, this is the room where I've kept all of my things. So when you come on, you can find Pirate Cove, and if you want all of my treasures, just like a pirate, you gotta come find them. Come find the buried treasure, except it's not buried, it's up here in the captain's quarters. So this is everything. These are all my organized shulkers, mostly organized, that I would keep in my ender chest there. That's empty now. That's extra random stuff that I would have in there. We've got our scaffolding, extra armor and elytra, extra tools and weapons, whole shulker box full of totems, iron. These are kind of spare tools that I figured I might need, you know, when you're just running around, you're like, oh man, I need that. That's the kind of stuff. We got a ton of diamonds, super big bunch of diamonds there. I'm very proud of that. We have, this is a bucket, or a shulker box for fighting monuments underwater. Redstone, rockets, carrots. Let's grab some more rockets, actually. And yeah, so that's what that is. Here is where I will put all of my tools here, all of my enchanted tools, and then we'll put the armor here, and I'll put the elytra I'm wearing away, because that is actually the elytra I was wearing, and I put it on there earlier today, and ended up switching. It was a whole thing. So that's where we're at with Pirate Cove currently. Matter of fact, I think I have a bed in here. I do. Let's go ahead and just sleep real quick. Okay, now that we are well rested, let's have a talk. First things first, will I be back for Season 6? You betcha. I have all kinds of plans for Season 6. We are really going to hit the ground running on a game district, I think. I'm really going to try to spearhead that. We wanted to this season, didn't get to, and that was a bummer. So, and I'd love to see more engagement with everybody and just keep playing with everybody and get to know everybody even more. And so we're going to be doing some gaming stuff. I do have kind of a base idea, but it is not a mega base. But it is something that I can kind of work throughout the season, kind of like Crank did this season. Just really kind of amplifying the same spot as we go along, so it doesn't feel so massive a project. But the thing I would like to say to you guys is, let's see what you can do to this. I'm challenging you, if you are so inclined and you want to jump into the world download, I want to see what you guys do to this area. There's such a blank canvas. You can add more ships, add a kraken if you wanted to, or something, sharks, or over here we've got a whole town. You can expand this or shrink it or add buildings, whatever you want to do. I'd love to see what you guys can put to it. Decorate the inside of the ship if you want to. Put some beds in there, or barrels, or whatever, whatever you guys can come up with. I'd love to see what you have in store. Now, I also have this project on a creative world. This is actually a little farther along than my creative world, funnily enough, but I do have this in a creative world, and I am personally going to continue working on it. This project was very dear to my heart, and it's something I've always wanted to do, was make a pirate themed mega base. And I'm not ready to give up on it. I'm not. But like I said, time got away from me. So let's see what you guys can do here, and I'll keep working on it myself, and maybe we can compare and see what you guys come up with, see what I come up with, and have fun with that. Other than that, I don't think there's too much more to show off. We've pretty much seen everything else this season. For other base tours, you can obviously go check out all the other amazing Autocrafters. And I think to finish off this video, we're going to put this crap in here. Put these here. Put the rockets away. Put the carrots away. Get these guys here. Last one, our beautiful netherite pickaxe has served us well. And I think that's it. It is officially time to say goodbye to this world. And what a world it has been. It was my very first SMP. I've made a lot of amazing friends, and I cannot wait to start on the next adventure in Season 6 with everybody. And with all of you. So thank you all so much for all your support this year, for all your understanding during the harder times of the year. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having an excellent year so far, and I hope we continue to grow together. And I can't wait to see what you guys do here at Pirate Cove. So with that, I bid you all adieu. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and we'll catch you in the next video, Season 6. Bye-bye.